You're not good enough. These days, being passionate is just not good enough. And I'm not trying to be discouraging here, it's just, I guess I'm feeling pretty discouraged myself. But, God, it's painful when you realize that the one thing you love the most, the one thing you feel like you can do, isn't enough. If you're like me and your passion is art, maybe you were the art kid at school and teachers and friends would compliment you on your drawings and things you now look back on and cringe a little bit at them. And then you think, how was I even proud of this? And you laugh to yourself. Well, if you were that kid, maybe you grew up improving those skills and that passion. Looking back became a way to measure how far you've come, and it felt good. It felt good to see yourself getting better, to feel like you were becoming the person you wanted to be when you were younger. You see, where I'm from, there's no such thing as art school. But some universities do offer art-related degrees. I always knew I wanted to study animation. I like the idea of using art to tell stories, build worlds, and create characters. It was also exciting to me. So I went for it. I started my bachelor's degree in animation. And well, I've been studying that for 3 years now. And with graduation around the corner, things just feel blurrier. I used to be so sure of what I wanted, who I wanted to be, and now I'm just not sure anymore. Job hunting itself, it's a nightmare. There are so many artists, but very few jobs, not to mention the newest edition of artificial intelligence and AI-generated art. And with every rejection email, that feeling gets stronger. You're just not good enough. So, maybe you start working harder, practicing more, building new skills on top of the ones you already have. But so is everyone else. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just an art thing. But I don't really think it is. I've even started questioning if art is really what I want to do for the rest of my life. Even now, with the job I've always wanted, I still feel emptiness. You see, I've always been into anime and manga. When I was younger, it was a bigger part of my life than it is now, but I still appreciate and admire the art form and the stories that come from it. And for the longest time, I dreamt of working in that world, of being a part of it. So I focused my art on that particular style, which, according to many teachers and recruiters, was a mistake. They used to say that I will never get into the industry by drawing anime. And honestly, they weren't wrong. You have no idea how hard it's been to land a job in the animation or the video game industry. At least the Western one. They're always looking for a specific variety of styles that I wasn't prepared for. I don't resent that anymore, but for the longest time, I did. I didn't want to admit that animation at the end of the day is a business. They don't care how passionate you are. If you don't fit their standards, you're no one to them. I've come to accept that now. There's nothing wrong with it. I just didn't think carefully enough before dedicating myself to mastering a specific art style. But recently, I got hired by a studio that produces anime. I'm actually animating for real, working on anime I only ever dreamt about. And I got the job. The first few days were beyond exciting. That was until the blindfold came off. Naturally, working in a studio isn't just about making pretty anime drawings. It's exhausting, stressful, and anxiety-inducing. And as much as I love it, I've realized I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. The one thing I built my whole life around, turns out it's not as great as I thought it would be. And God, is that soul crushing. That's not to say I hate what I do. I love it so much. It's one of the most exciting things that has ever happened to me, but maybe I've lost that passion, that spark. Maybe it's time to move on to something else? But for some reason, I still feel the urge to give it one more shot, to pushed through to keep going. Like the art kid I used to be is begging me not to give up. But real life is more than just dreams and passions, and right now it's getting harder every day to keep moving forward. Does anyone else feel this way? It'd be nice to know that I'm not alone. But well, anyway, sorry for the gloomy video. I just needed to get these feelings out my chest. And who knows, maybe connect with others who feel the same. I do want to take a moment to thank everyone who supported my first video. To this day, it still makes me happy to see how much people enjoy that character I created. I keep drawing him over and over and writing little snippets of his lore here and there. And by the way, I just realized that his name is pronounced Zion, not Zion. But it's going to stay Zion because I like it that way. And it's just going to be canon that his parents didn't know how to name him. That's it. I wish I knew why he became so important to me, but I'm not complaining. He became my golden child. I'd love to share more of him with you all, but who knows, maybe I will, if you let me. And maybe one day Marvel will see it and make him canon, I guess. I digress. Hopefully, I'll be posting more often and we'll get to see each other again soon. Until then, take care and see you later.